You have 3 minutes.
Thank you very much, and it's lovely to be here again back at my old university, and thank you to all of you giving up your evening to come here tonight. In terms of the housing calls and the calls for better standards, that absolutely ties into our plans. We're trying to clean up housing in Birmingham, so we're certainly very supportive of that. The fact that families live for more than days, sometimes years, in temporary accommodation to standards we've seen on the video here tonight is frankly totally unacceptable in the city, and is something we've been raising for a number of years. The city needs to ensure we're getting more family housing built in this city so that we don't have people having to live in accommodation standards like that. And that's why we want to tackle badly run HMOs and exempt accommodation in our city. And we want to convert them back into family homes, deliver those good quality homes that residents in our city deserve. As the opposition, we've also campaigned and secured for a selective licensing scheme in the city to be able to hold landlords to those standards. But it's also important the council holds those standards against itself as well as the largest housing provider in the city. When we lost control of the council in 2012, 99% of all council homes met decent home standard in the city. That fell to only a third of council housing. That is totally unacceptable and is something that we would be changing if we got back in control after May. In terms of your work asks, it was flagged that 6 out of 10 of the constituencies that are most deprived in the country are here in Birmingham. But it didn't used to be that way. Birmingham used to have a higher average wage than London, and that is what we need to be going back to being able to do. That's why we're very happy to support your proposals around literacy. It's something we've been pushing for, campaigning to save the libraries in the city, and we want to ensure we increase access to training for young people to be able to get good quality jobs in the city. In terms of the knowledge and sports quarters, it's vital that we make sure they deliver well-paid jobs and careers to local people in the city. That's why we recently called in a disposal of land actually at the Knowledge Quarter, because that wasn't going to deliver that high-quality jobs that residents of Birmingham deserve. And in terms of apprenticeships, it was touched on earlier in the presentation that actually under this current administration, the council, £10 million was returned unspent of that apprenticeship money because it failed to be put to use getting Brummies into work. And in terms of meeting in the first 100 days, absolutely happy to meet up and discuss where your and our priorities can work together to help deliver a better Birmingham. Because the local Conservatives have a plan to clean up our city by keeping bin collections, to clean up our roads by fixing the potholes in our city, to clean up our housing by cracking down on bad landlords, to clean up our green spaces by protecting them from being built on, and to get rid of car parking charges at our parks that prevent people getting access to them, to clean up our streets with increased enforcement, and to clean up our city's finances so we have a healthy council's finance to be able to deliver the priorities of people of Birmingham. Only the local Conservatives have a plan to balance the books, end the strike, and clean up the city of Birmingham. That's why on May the 7th, don't just hope for a cleaner city, vote for one, and back the local Conservatives. Thank you.